Vedas. It's the beginning of Purusha Sukta. This comes. Om Tachamyora Vrinimahe Gatum Yajnaya Gatum Yajnapate Devim Swastirastunaha Swastir Manushebhyaha Urdhvam Jigatu Veshajam Shanno Astu Dipade Sham Chatushpade Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. The meaning of this mantra, and this is also Yoga Yajna. Whatever we are doing, it's a Yoga Yajna. That whatever we do, that auspicious things, that's the meaning of that one. We worship and pray the Supreme Lord for the welfare of all beings. May all the miseries and shortcomings leave us forever, so that we may always sing the Lord during our holy yajnas. May all the medicinal herbs grow in potency, so that all the diseases may be cured. May the divine beings reign in peace on us. May the two-legged animals be happy. May the four-legged animals be happy. May the peace be everywhere in everyone's heart. And yoga, that we have heard from many speakers, that yoga helps in preventing non-communicable diseases. That non-communicable diseases, as Dr. Nagendra ji, that he mentioned about Adi and Vyadi. Vyadi is an outward expression, and Adi, there is a root cause. Root cause is Adi. Adi, that we have 5-layered personality, starting from the grossest, Annamaya Kosha. Within that one, Pranamaya Kosha is there. Within that, Manomaya Kosha is there. Within that, Vijnanamaya Kosha is there. Within that, Anandamaya Kosha is there. These are the koshas, are the layers. Try to go beyond these koshas. That is the purpose. Elevate ourselves. That outward expression in the Annamaya Kosha, whatever it is called as Adi, it's a Vyadi. Vyadi is an outward expression, and if I injure myself, if I have a fracture, I can go to a doctor and he can fix that one. That is it can be easily fixed. I go to a hospital, doctor, surgeon does a surgery, and it can be cured. But for many diseases, non-communicable diseases, like Dr. Nagendra ji mentioned, and Santosh Yadav ji, he was mentioning that various, like diabetes, or hypertension, or anxiety, depression, it is not passed through your germs, that it's inbuilt in, that it's ingrained in us. That yoga caters for, it tones all 5 layers of our personality. Whereas our modern medical system, it caters only for the Annamaya Kosha. Annamaya Kosha is the outward expression. It is not the outward expression. Look beyond that one. That is what yoga says. And it's a yoga, in the Ayurveda, there are two main teachers. One is Shushrusha Samhita is there. Shushrusha, that yoga, Ayurveda Shastra says, is a son of Vishwamitra Rishi. That's one tradition is there. And another tradition, Charaka Samhita. Charakacharya, about 2,500 years back, he said, I have medicine for different diseases. If you have this disease, come to me, I will cure that one. If you have another disease, come to me, I will cure that one. But there is, for example, if I have some problem, that kapha dosha, that what is mentioned, if I take some medicine, something pitta might go up. To suppress pitta, I have to give another medicine. Yesterday Swami Sannyasananda said, Philip Stevens, he said, to cure one problem, we may depend on around 15 medicines. That he had seen some cases. Charakacharya said, there is a sure cure for all the diseases is Vishnu Sahasranama. It's Vishnu Sahasranama. He says, Vishnum Sahasramurdhanam Chara Charapatim Prabhum Suvannama Sahasrena Jvaran Sarvan Vyapotahi. It's say the Vishnu Sahasranama. It's a sure cure for all the diseases. Why Vishnu Sahasranama? He has that great Ayurveda, that Rishi, he said, why Vishnu Sahasranama? He says Vishnu Sahasranama has come in. It's a Mahabharata. It has come in Mahabharata. Vishnu Sahasranama mantras are taken from Rigveda. It's in Brihati Sahasra. Brihati Sahasra, that Rigveda has mantras with 36 letters. Thousands such mantras they have taken from Rigveda. It is called as Brihati Sahasra. 1000 such letters. 1000 times 36 is equivalent to 36,000. 36,000 letters. So every letter in Sanskrit, most of the letters. For example, if I say Ka, Ka is a combination of two letters, K and A. K is a masculine and feminine. Combination of feminine and masculine letters are there. It's a K is a feminine, A is a masculine. It's a 36,000 letters, equivalent to 36,000 masculine letters, 36,000 feminine letters. That is total of 72,000 letters. In the body, there are 72,000 nadis. By chanting the Vishnu Sahasranama, it's a 72,000 nadis gets purified. And 36,000 also has a significance. Our full lifespan of 100 years, 100 times 360 days is 36,000. 36,000 days of our life will be taken care. It's another significance of that one. And it also says that Rigveda has 432,000 letters. Rigveda has 432,000 letters. If you divide 432 divided by 36 letters, that means it's 12,000 Brihati Sahasra mantras are there in Rigveda. Chanting Vishnu Sahasranama 12 times is equivalent to chanting the whole Rigveda. Our doing the yoga, chanting the mantra, the pranic energy increases. That antibodies in the body increases. Electromagnetic energy in the body increases. And if you are a doctor, if you have a high electromagnetic energy, even if you give any medicine, that it has a curing potency in that one. That some doctor, if they give the same medicine, it doesn't have such an effect. That some doctor have that, they say that Hath Gun, that the energy in the hand, if the energy, electromagnetic energy is very high, if the doctor gives that one, that has a curing potency in that one. Doing yoga, doing the mantra chanting, energy level in the body increases. That healing power, antibodies increases, electromagnetic energy increases. It says in Brihadaranyaka Upanishad that diseases are not an inner. It has a chetana also. It is a negative energy in the body. Negative energy can be countered with a positive energy. Positive energy like yoga, that Dr. Nagendra ji, he was saying that try to increase your positive energy. Yesterday Philip Stevens also was saying the same. Try to increase the positive energy. That is the electromagnetic energy, that Devi Sampat. Asuri energy is called as disease. Devi energy is called as good health, positive energy. Try to develop that one. Doing yoga, doing the mantra chanting, doing the meditation, positive energy increases. Our electromagnetic energy depletes. Those people who are smoking and drinking alcohol too much and criticizing others too much, that negative energy takes over. Negative, that Asuri Shakti increases. Try to develop the positive energy, and that is the purpose of that yoga. And our Ayurveda defines that what is the good health. Good health, that yesterday our Dr. Nagendra ji, he talked about what is the good health, what is the definition according to World Health Organization. And another dimension of that one, Samadhatu, Samadni, Samadosha, Mala Kriya, Prasanna, Atmendriya, Manaha, Arogi, Ityabhidiyate. That Samadhatu, that we have 7 dhatus. Dhatus is outer skin, is a 7 are outer skin, inner skin. If the outer skin is damaged, it can be healed. If the inner skin is damaged, it leaves the scar on the body. That is the outer skin. The second is inner skin. Then third is your flesh. Fourth is blood, and your bone, marrow, and your the fat content in the body. These are the 7. If they are in balance, and samagni, if your digestion is proper, if you have no constipation, whatever you have eaten can digest it properly. And samadosha, that Santosh Yadavji, that he was kapha, pitta and vata, air element, fire element and phlegm element in the body is not balanced. And know that your bowel movement is malakriya, bowel movement is normal, and you have calmness in your mind, serenity in your mind. You can no disturbances, you have pleasant mind, and this one is called as arogya. If you have all these, that is called as arogya. Dr. Nagendra ji was saying that absence of disease is not the definition of health. If you have all these, that is the definition of health. And Bhagavad Gita in the 6th chapter, it talks about, Sri Krishna talks about yoga. Who can get the yoga? Yoga becomes a dispeller of grief for those yukta ahara viharasya yukta cheshtasya karmaso yukta sopna avabodhasya yogo bhavati dukkha yukta ahara. Those who know how to eat, that balanced in eating, not a glutton, not too little eating, balanced in eating. Yukta vihara, that recreation, balanced in recreation, not too indulgent, not too stay away from the things, balanced in recreation. Yukta chestasya karmaso, in action, balanced in action. And yukta sopna avabodhasya, balanced in sleep and balanced in awakening. Not always sleeping, not always awake. It's those who have these qualities, balanced personality. Yoga becomes a dispeller of grief. And Patanjali says that as we do in the 2nd chapter, he talks about Yoganga Anushtana Ashuddhi Kshaye Jnana Diptira Viveka Khyate. As you start practicing the limbs of yoga, that impurities in the body, impurities in the mind slowly gets dispelled and it opens up to the knowledge revealing light. As you start practicing the yoga, limbs of yoga, that there are limbs, 8 limbs, it talks about limbs, 8 limbs are yama, niyama, asana, pranayama, pratyahara, dharana, dhyana and samadhi. As you start practicing the yoga, limbs of yoga, that slowly impurities gets dissipated and light revealing knowledge opens up. And yama and niyama are like the fence around our property, protects our sadhana. If you don't have proper fence, that if you don't have a door at house, that all bad elements come into and goes out. You need to have a boundary that it protects your sadhana. And yama and yama is rules I observe while dealing with the outer world. Niyama, I observe rules for myself. And asana is a posture. I defined asana yesterday. And pranayama, asana protects our annamaya kosha, pranayama protects our pranamaya kosha, and pratyahara protects our manomaya kosha. Pratyahara means staying away from unwanted things. And dharana is the ability to, it's a focus. We need to have a goal in the life. Without goal, we can't succeed. Focusing on the goal is a vijnanamaya kosha gets enriched, and anandamaya kosha, bliss increases with dhyana. Dhyana means realizing our goal. Dharana means focusing on the goal. Realizing our goal is called as dhyana. And Samadhi. Samadhi is called as, once we realize the goal, the inner meaning of that one starts revealing. Not to get carried away about the outer meaning. That inner meaning starts getting revealed to us. That is called as Samadhi. And Yama and Niyama. Yama and Niyama. Yama is a social norm that it tells us how to deal with the society. And Niyama is a personal norm. There should be a perfect harmony between the social norm and the personal norm. We have a social agenda and a personal agenda. That's perfect harmony is given by the swastika symbol. The vertical line indicates it's a spiritual personal norm, and horizontal is the social norm. We need a balance between the personal and social norm. That is represented by swastika. And same is symbol of cross also. Cross also, it says your vertical, your spiritual norm, personal norm, and your social norm. It should be at balance, but your social norm, take it higher. It is at the higher end, not to get too bogged down with the social things. Raise yourself. That is another dimension of the symbol of cross. And ahimsa. Ahimsa encompasses all the dharmas. It's a Bhagavatam, in Anu Gita, Sri Krishna says, ahimsa is like an elephant footprint. Elephant footprint is so large that it encompasses all the footprints of all the animals. If you are established in ahimsa, you are established in all the dharmas. And it's a yoga, it talks about vegetarian food. Our teeth structure is not designed for meat eating. Our meat eating have this canine teeth, very sharp. We don't have a sharp teeth, canine teeth. And meat eating animals use tongue for drinking water. Tiger, cat, dog, they drink water by using the tongue. Whereas vegetarian animals like cow, it sucks water. Elephant, suck water. Humans, we suck water. That we are not designed for, it's our nature. Nature designed us not for meat eating. We are designed for vegetarianism. And we did Shanka Prakshalana Kriya also, that our intestine structure is about 30 feet long. Whereas meat eating intestine structure is straight and it's not that long. Our digestive system is very convoluted. By the time food passes through the system, it takes long residence time, 5-6 hours. We need something which can be easily digested, easily assimilated. That type of food is conducive for our digestive system. And humans are the protectors, not the distractors. We are being given in charge of looking after, not for taking pleasure out of the poor animals. And earth, water, air belongings to everyone. We got to look after that one also. It's part of ahimsa. And Chandogya Upanishad. Chandogya Upanishad, it talks about what happens to the food we eat. Now we had Arunji's, Shiva Kusain's lovely meal. What happens to that one? We have eaten. That we don't know what happened. That after 5 hours we again feel hungry. That we'll start looking for Arun, where is he? And Chandogya Upanishad says, the gross food you eat, that it goes into the 3 parts. It is split into 3 parts. Gross, the food we eat, that gross part of the food, it comes out as a stool. The middle part of the food goes to our flesh. The fine part of the food goes to our brain. And that's why that in Hindi say, Jaisa an, Aisa man, that what you eat, you think accordingly. That you got to be very careful what you eat. That Chandogya Upanishad says, that the food, the fine part of the food is affecting your mind. Be careful what you are eating. And that's why home food is always the best. That mother cooks the food with lot of love, lot of affection. Always we go to the restaurant, our caterer is hardly worried, he's worried about his hourly salary, he's grumbling, complaining, whinging and criticizing others. there is no energy. That home food, cooked food, is a lot of energy is there. That energy goes into the food and it is affecting our brain also. Try to have cooked food, not too dependent on the outside food. And Chandogya further says, what happened to the drink we drink? It's a gross drink we drink, its gross part comes out as a urine. Middle part of the drink goes to the bloodstream. And fine part of the drink comes out as our breath. Or police do the breath test to see whether you drunk too much or not. That fine part comes out as breath. And to confirm that one, they take the blood sample. Whether it has gone into your blood or not, it's a double confirmation. And Jaisa Pani, Aisa Bani, that whatever you drink, you speak accordingly. That be careful what you drink. And fire part also, Chandogya Upanishad says, in the fire part, that the food also has fire part, there is no wastage. Gross part goes to the, it's a bone, marrows, gross part goes to the bone, middle part goes to the marrows, and fine part comes out as a speech. We say that fire is speech. There is a expression is there. There is no fire in his speech. There is no energy. That energy comes in the fire part. And what type of food is dear to us? Bhagavad Gita says that type of food we like according to our nature. If a person is sattvic in nature, it's pure in nature. That Bhagavad Gita, Sri Krishna says, this type of the food is dear to him. Ayus sattvam bala rogyam sukha priti vivardhanaha rasya snigdha sthira hridya ahara sattvika priyaha. One which increases our lifespan, and one increases our strength, health, happiness, satisfaction, which is succulent, juicy, nourishing, and pleasing to the heart, are dear to the people of sattvic nature, people of pure nature. They like this type of food. So it's the one which gives the energy, which increases, promotes the health. They naturally, their tendency naturally goes towards that one. If people rajasic in nature, dynamic in nature, that what type of food they like? Katvamla, lavana, ushna, tikshna, ruksha, vivardhanaha, ahara, rajasa, ishta, dukkha, dosha, maya pradaha. Katva, it's a food that is spicy, salty, hot, sour, which produces the grief, is dear to the people who are rajasic in nature. That it's very spicy and pungent, sour. They're naturally drawn towards this one. And people of the dull nature, what type of food they like? Yata yamam gatarasam puti pariyushitam chayat uchishtam apicha nedya bhojanam tamasa priyam. Yata yamam, stale food, rotten food, and smelly food. People eaten food, sharing the food from others' plate. And the people of dull nature, tamasic nature, they like this type of food. And yoga helps us to acquire, supplement. That Dr. Nagendra ji, that he was giving an example, when he was eating 15 chapatis, slowly starts subliming himself. That promotes the sattvic nature. And 2/3 of earth is covered with water, though it is 2/3 is covered, only 1% is available for human consumption. And it's given an example that amount of water is required for producing 1 kilo of potato and 1 kilo of beef. It's 1 kilo of beef requires about, say, 200 liters of water, whereas 1 kilo of potato requires 1 kilo of water. It's 1 liter of water. That amount of water is consumed in producing the meat is extraordinary. It is not sustainable. And ratio of amount of water required for cultivating 1 kilo of rice, 1 kilo of beef is 50 times more for beef. It is not sustainable. And green gas produced by livestock, it's affecting our nature. It's a well-known fact. And also, I have fruits here. I have flowers here, and another experiment that energy, everything has energy. I talked about positive energy. We can measure the energy we have. Everything has energy. Some places when you go, you see very calm, relaxed. Some places when you go, you want to get out of that place. That energy, we can feel the energy. There is an energy here, there is an energy here. We can check the energy. Whatever goes around clockwise. Clockwise is the pradakshina. We go around the temple clockwise. Our electrons orbit around the nucleus clockwise. Its moon orbits around the earth clockwise. Our earth orbits around the sun clockwise. Everything goes around. It's clockwise. That is the energy, positive energy. If it is going negative, that is means you are going against the principles of the nature. We can check. This is the Japamani with practice. You also can check, and we can check what is the energy, whether it is going clockwise or anti-clockwise. This is the Japamani. I am not moving the hand. You can pick up the energy from here. It is moving clockwise. It's a positive energy. And this flower also. We'll see what is the energy. And when I went for a walk, I picked up vodka can from the park. And you can see that it went through many rain cycles. I don't know what's the energy it is there. See. By distance itself, it's a negative energy. As I mentioned, it depletes alcohols, it reduces the energy. Some fruits, that it's an onion. I brought the onion. Onion is good for the body, but not good for the mind. We'll see what type of energy it has. Onion also, it's for sadhana, it's not a good energy. That though it's good for the body, good for the tongue, and for mind. For humans also, by practice, by sitting here, if a person is 500 kilometers away, we can pick up the energy. What type of person is he or she is. Whether it's good for me to deal with that person, whether should I stay away from that person. We can check the energy with practice. By sitting here, thousands miles away, we can pick up the energy. And with sadhana, our energy, electromagnetic energy increases. Amrit, come here. And we can check the energy on the person also. Sit here. Sit. And you can see that what type of energy one person has. You can pick up the energy. The positive energy. As you do that, thank you. As you do sadhana, that energy, that positive energy, antibodies increases. That purpose of yoga, to go away from the negative and go towards the positive. That is the purpose of yoga and yoga sadhana. And be like a visitor to the world, give least and take least and give most. That our Ganesham Thakurji, he came a day before yesterday. When he came to our house, he was very, whatever we gave, he was happy. Yes, good. Be like that one in the world also, not to be too greedy. That I'm not happy with this one, salt is less, give more of this one, always complain, not complain. Be like a visitor. Reduce your carbon footprints. In Hungary, every Thursday is a vegetarian. There is a government rule that no restaurant should serve meat on Thursdays. In Germany, in Siemens, on Thursdays, in the canteen there is no meat is served. It is becoming a norm in the Europe also. On Thursdays, that no meat. At least the government is now implementing this one. reduce the carbon footprints. That it's on Thursdays in Hungary it's already implemented. In Belgium it's already Thursdays. You can't find a meat. It's they put a board only vegetarian food. And in Germany also it is being implemented. And yoga, that's what it has been saying for ages, for centuries. And another part of yama is satya. Satya means truth. Telling lie is not the satya. That even if you tell lie, if it brings in good for the others, it is called as satya. Like a child is craving for chocolates. Mother says there is no more chocolates. Though she is telling the lie, it is bringing in good for the child. That is called as truth. If you tell lie, if it brings out good for the society, that is called as the truth. If you tell the truth and it brings in the destruction of the society, it is called as lie. That it's a fine definition is there. And asteya means non-stealing, which is not belonging to you. Stay away from that one. If you start taking that one, your tension increases, your mental worry increases. Minimize your worry, de-stress yourself. And brahmacharya meaning brahmacharya means have a noble aspiration in your life, noble goal in your life. Work towards that one. That is called as Brahma. Brahma means big. Not to be satisfied with the trivial things. Have a noble goal in your life and work towards that one. My goal should not be too petty. Not say my goal is to have $100,000 in the bank. It's all trivial. It's for yesterday Dr. Nagendra ji was saying that the king had 4 wives. Not to be satisfied with it's earthbound. Try to have something noble. Even after you depart, people should remember you. Work towards that one. Be a leader, have a noble goal, work towards that one. That is called as brahmacharya. Aparigraha, minimize your needs. Not to be too hoarding, not to be too greedy. Minimize your greed. That is one of the principles of yoga, aparigraha. And niyama, personal rules. Shaucha is it's a purity. It's a purity. You can become a real pure when you think of the most purest indweller. The Supreme Lord resides in our heart. He is the most purest. Always think of Him and we also become pure. That is the Shaucha. Santosha, be contented, be happy, express, have a cheerful face, cheerful expression. When you are cheerful, others also become cheerful. That is Santosha. Tapas means austerity. It's a physical austerity. It's a deep thinking is called as tapas. Tapas means deep thinking on a concept, and try to find out the inner meaning. And Swadhyaya means when we are reading the things, that try to think about the independent one. Swatantra. Swadhyaya means Swatantra Adhyaya. We are always dependent. We are dependent on public transport. Somebody said she wanted to come this morning, she couldn't find the car park. We are dependent on many things. And think of something is independent. We are dependent on medicine, we are dependent on doctor, we are dependent on yoga teacher, we are dependent on book. Think of someone who is always independent. Independent reality, that is Swadhyaya. And above all, Ishvara Pranidhana, have devotion, surrender to the Supreme. That is Ishvara Pranidhana. Have faith. With that faith, study, and with that faith, do the tapas. With that faith, have santosha, and you become pure. And asana, next part is Stiram Sukham Asanam. Yesterday I covered that one. It releases the physical gross tensions, and the gross impurities are removed through asana and through pranayama, and it's a finer part of the impurities are removed. And next our asana, pranayama, pratyahara is an inner practice. It's avoiding things which disturbs us. Stay away. If anything is disturbing, any person is disturbing, stay away from that one. It is pratyahara. And dharana, focus on the goal. And dhyana, realizing the goal is called as dhyana. And samadhi means after that inner meaning of that one gets revealed. That otherwise, Dr. Nagendra ji has written so many books. It is his property. I may have a big volume at library at home. It is not my property. When you realize that one, start understanding the inner meaning, then only it becomes your property. Until then, it is only for the public display. And which leads to the goal of yoga is the peace. And byproduct is prevention of non-communicable diseases. It is the byproduct. Now, prevention of non-communicable disease is not the goal. Goal is to attain peace, inner peace. And other things comes by itself. That peace is contagious. World peace starts from us. When I am peace with myself, family is at peace. When family is at peace, neighborhood is at peace. When neighborhood is peace, my district is at peace. When district is peace, state is at peace. State is at peace. Country is at peace. Country is at peace. World is at peace. Peace should dawn here. Otherwise, we won't find any peace outside. We have peace here. We find peace everywhere. And to get the peace, think of the independent one, surrender to the Lord and do your sadhana. This is the message of yoga, and this is the inner meaning of yoga. Thank you very much for your time, and I think I come before the second bell. I stop myself.